sign intent without any hesitation. And you know, sans one call as Assemblies of God ni and we Christo ni and untino Nigidian Somono man for Asanyo Maneso. He would have assented to it in the shape and form as a private members bill what kind hundi womb. Yanko Panda Roma, Magana for we bring so any adobe de mano. And when Sans said medical cano, 93% of the population. And whether MPP, whether NDCU, whether Christopher, GDF Fufru, 93% to say, Sambo no, a here wompa. And to know what did the agroki to be agrobedi, and to brow or known a siege nasa, or no the obao, best sign in Tentama. That time, me Kaiser Dr. Baumianso, a siege naso, or also, or a cremoni, Nessun and the GDS or Sanyo Maneso, so on also bar, also best sign, so you, Mumiano, the Tabia Mubakuna Babe president. And now, President Mahama Abediso. Abediswa. Nanki here ni musenka consistent with the okikaye brana opposition the campaign. And ka ba ya ka okra na beka se bill no we he. Mun famra nanka men consult to Attorney General. Men sign intent mo hu hiam posa afi na ye kwa start the process. Afi Kali Bishop Conference focus here now say bill ni podi hu hia na mmom no that was about just 2 weeks into after his swearing in. So who here na no yes tete money ye nanka curriculum I de kire wo mo ade no ya sesem nanka ya kire wo value based curriculum who here say be am say hey papa e ba ne sign no ada ne wa no enye wo kuro ya na say bill ni ade hia pa ne enye ne tentem fa ma na sign wo be ye president dey adan na asesan wo eno dan chan ya na say ya so o si asofo nyina wo international conference center. And so oko boss was answer na so fun bi de pempem no pa sa gidie nya wo mu a ye nyina bo pem ebe ye open endorsement de ma wo bo mpa ta wachi afa wini ya wo se fa ko curriculum and wo ba be ya no se wo ono krampo de opese ono a ede ba opese ono a na sponsor ede ba na zempo de onje private members bill entum se sabe edi mu se bibi etisa no private members bill and say this so am say hey never understand as obey president all of a sudden and someone one kasa kan ya 6 months krama you know wo sesa wano sa but President Mahama must be reminded say LGBT some no we are president na say would di agro wo ho a and say one kasa na unko bi okra political party no and I will burn it from because your political party will be punished if you don't handle this LGBT matters properly. This now you say when you second term and you know someone or can ye we power no efa LGBT ho no or conveniently or ba be can be before a try U10 every one on kan hu say onya na chiri na the same ebufu a Ghana for ya 93% for edi chire ye no sa no 93% of the population so are ready come 2028 6.3 million votes no nya emu 93% believe say sa mra we wo didi agro bediu
na se sa neti a se se na wo kan sa neti a mo pe power ba se 2028 mo nya power mo sa ba bium MPP4 ene ye ni no 93 na sa ntuntia ne
me ye dia enye ye kopase me nya sabe politician keke me so for so kan
okay
and you know me deepest conviction and then principle me take you know as me consistent and this me ko say we no be near to the political advantage of my party you know o me nye di na ehwengu na sabe yegidie ne amamre MSA na LGBT nsam metache ya fa na nyina ye schools mu ne ye ba bia abonten so na ese wie mum na se ba power ya samba be fa kwanfo fro so asisi the American say me from 2017 August me ban parliament August 2017 was the first time MPBA make a statement in parliament concerning LGBT and in 2021 me am a member of the executive as deputy minister Krano I stuck my neck out to say this bill is necessary and needed. And you know, many NDC for Kambu Muno, it became a bipartisan bill. And you know, and NDC bill and MPP bill. Name a minor ye jinasi NDC ye nyina ye kwama hom. Na Nyankopon adaroma the chance bi an say de kwawie. And untino say almost say as the constitution demands, you know, the earlier bill has dabeka ho. So honorable Vincent Asifo anso abeka ho. Na yenuanom miensa bia wo mpo dia fe no maba parliament foforo honorable Momuni Nuruddin or MP for Wale Ababe Kaho. Sanso na Honorable Abdul Kabiru Tia Mahama so Ababe Kaho. Ono ye MP for Wale and Honorable Nuruddin MP for Nalirigu Gambaga. Sanso an honorable lawyer Tony Mienso MP for Odotobri also Ababe Kaho. And na Mayor Minua Honorable Sam Georgia ye menene Sasian so Ninsa Daso Esasie Honorable Sam George, Honorable Bedra, Honorable Helen Tonso, Honorable Rita Odoleso, Wunina, and so answer Shasi, and Yakambuma, 10-member co-sponsors are, their sponsors are Belno. Interestingly, no Yamiada Roma on 25th of February, and you submit a bill, no, and they call Yansi Sami Biaum, the SSI 2024, now is a son year in 2025 because we are introducing it again in 2025. So now it is Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025. The speaker, the clerk to Parliament, your copy minority leader, and copy majority leader. Sambre, Remono, your standing orders mono. What the bill be sa speaker, I refer at the drafting department. Now, or the more crafty we are, they will gazette it. After a certain number of days of gazetting, now you lay the floor of Parliament. Then we go through the necessary considerations, consultations, and so bani ade na first reading. First reading we are pensemoni ade second reading. Then the third and final reading. You dey pass it. But we know I do not foresee say a better first one say the chair. No we know enye emrafofro. That na you far almost 4 years. They call the length and breadth of this country. The year pensemu Asia ubia womo any adwen woni efo so Asia umu nyina agi obi adwen kire no. It's the same final bill. The same bill now manso ba ho eventually Supreme Court ebuma bill no the same bill na yansesa komakura wum. And it is expected that you be passing very quickly, hopefully before the end of the year krano. Now you ready near pass it. Near the Akoma President Mahama. Now me woji say regardless the okika enwe ya akrameti interview bi on abrofo station bi ya na ma me no broni no bi sansanti say bill na you can so be sign no asan ba biu ya tese parliament wo ma sign the private members bill aba biu na ebe to ani mu aba sign na or the be 20 minutes at the wine sa want to be an yano or the wine ho sa o di twa ne ho want to be an yano na said there obeyi anu onyi anu ese kakum yadine kwaku anum ente bra ne so ne de bill no ekotu nanim o man pani Mahama said there na wo position o kon edo ye nya pepasen ka be sign assent to bill no ene de abrawi ho no na ye betie de obeka ho no na Ghana fo betie de obeka ho no na ya sofo mpenifo ya hemfo imam mpenifo and various stakeholders no ebetie the obeka so obe sign so obe dane na chi na emumu no muaye ebeba no amfo na ebe kire ne nto aso na yehu de ebeka na emumu no ye signal say eye Ghana hia sem pa sabe unya sika wo wiase na to bi ne ye kan man for say we have more important things to talk about, we have bread and butter issues to talk about na we nso de we hu hia hu hia ama na wo kura go sika wo boy besia no kura mpo no enam sa decadence ato ase wo so ntino enne give them about 30 years, some 20 years, some 10 years kura no. Some of the European countries after 10 years from now no won't mean nya any indigenous such country no citizen bio because omo fertility no eswe twa be man na aware man na aware it is say no hwan na ekwa akwo ase a man no emma various citizens migrants free amama hood also they say won twetwe won bas won mra mechechiro mu ekuro ne ma won give them just 10 years they will be extinct from this earth sa kwan especially first one
ebre bi yesu ko kan sem power baby na ne nsem no to baby akoma so ema ode aduhwam kogu yesu na ase de tinwi pepa judas tenchen no hwedin o se amame useska pa sadia wuyi ka woton sa spray kura na ke de call children hospital and give me the yin kwada be any ade o say yesu kazimo say akwa we nye so odwuna hiafo ne mobro afo hunti na o kaza
oh the obenya hye ne botom tia Interesting kwa.
Ti dia wo kan. Yen na adwene ye ho boro so anase amanyo mutumi a obenya.
Oh, in fact, ensira kra de ma oman bia. Oman bia ode sofo bia ankasa, oni imam bia obia sabe wa ben wo sunsumu bia ankasa se. Sa echiwade no de no me kra de ba oman so. Sabe se penny for na die nim ne kra to tunu yi a de no me kra to me de ba. And you know, it is more serious than we are looking at it. And yeah, sabi political advantage. Far from that. At the time, 2021, some band was so. And you know, Sabrina may pray me who gidi say yen sign samran yen sign samrano. So na my band was so that. And it's like power. I'm here deputy minister for education. Sounds a member of parliament for Asen South. And you know, senka to me na me hwehwa. To me ben na me ni Sabrino. No ntino me dis anyo manechi. But it is because of my conviction and my principles. Say, Science say pieway and a beboa or mine or egina a quantine neswa a din yaminsra ebemaye. Not to me a year free, sabia, here and a penisiene problems bakum yunubia. Ye wo memuha. And you know, consistent with that principle. Eka to me inquire the Azenka me family who railway. Eka politics and kwanka, I would never have anything to do with this bill. But a idea beboa or mine. In Chima ebe, sabi si amfe na see for more. The social media and so about home and they said the nyoma e kronwa. A bedroom pempensu bino. It will come and add up to the already challenging societal problems ayewo. Ninisi a train edruho. The bill is needed now. So be a koswa a supporto na etumi di CC amamre ene ejidi.
And he say yanhwe manim say mo de be fat the various reading stages na afi mo ye de sesemo ye no. Yes sir.
Sam pepe na bompa ye so say Speaker of Parliament, Speaker Alban Kingsford Sumana Babin said the ahoden ene pepa or the tie chi in the 8th Parliament the pass we in fact say nyana ka yentumi pass sa bill we. And you know, we ye born abaso pa. The Yamia say or say no second term. Ono pe I think say na Fourth Republic. Ono penny speaker 2 terms. And you know, me jidi say anamon 2 bi o 2 ya so Yamia nti e no man second term kan ho. And you know, ye hwe ni mu say or this emwa na ebe tie chi na kwasidie bia ma ya tumi abono 10 wa e free ho e san say 93% of the population say surgeon see no e no mofo aso na me kan say wie nso a me fa kwan we so na me de ayiku kese pa cardinal e de ama IGP dada oko na masa e de trinkwa e de ama IGP fufura waba na me de trinkwa so ama various heads of security agencies for one more Abachi Fire Officer, Director General of Ghana Prison Service, Controller General of Immigration, one more for Mampeni Mahama Iwom, and Adada, one more Konoso Yamo Mayuku. A son said a Krumohano, Sabia, some culture be a bass and twasia, a behaya pa, or share jubilation be an abinimu a ya. Sabi, and we here, and we here copasse, say Obi. Ebeye bibi de ma o mine na se ebresunas wo kwa dana se. I was even expecting saying ka letter ne kra na nkomotro free Jubilee House no aside bi krampo a profound appreciation bi ebeba obi abaye IGP for almost 4 years. Sabe papa oboniu, let us be objective. Yeti kromo ha many global organizations are ranking Ghana 2024 and 2025 as the second most peaceful country globally krano ahead of Canada and Australia. And you know, share police visibility, police headquarters, share order abaho. Sabia, obia ni wa, obetumi aye bibia 100% die. But look at the achievement of IGP Dr. Kufu Dampare. And this a brasso. Na do akunya. Obia ntena so afebo ntino, o mampeni fo fraba. Na so se wo ba be fa nipa obetuni na ye adwuma to aso a eno kra no me wo comment bi a me man briefly. But the president has exercised his constitutional prerogative, and this was appointed for fraba. Sabi won prapra na chi sa and say cry me if I were IGP Fufre Amaba, IGP Minua Christian tete yohunu a enka de si ya no mesua bibia frɛ mu pa enti no sa na me nso me kwa ye beye mi ana the son said the same people are can Hosanna no one create so they can crucify him and he should not be very excited say oh ya pam obi wa meba na hwe said the bi when agye ne ade dey bo me so I should be happy about that. No, it should be a now time of refocusing, a time of introspection as what they come ni trim adwuma ade toa ne predecessors bia wabaso the won be here from IGP champion Peter Namfuri nom ane Ethiopia piete ne oponbo obi a waba bia obedi so kakra ono so ye ya ono aba betoa so so oye ohwe say 1 year done animu then obetumi ayede age edini sronko age legacy bi ede ato ho aboa in the police administration improvement corruption perception wo yetumi ato ahye so na crime rating so atiaba from the citizens of Ghana any obi abesra ye feel safe to walk on our streets, to work in their homes or at the workplaces but bi omuduma bia no feel safe. That must be his preoccupation. But me man, congratulations. Also assured the support as the ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, my side of Parliament, minority, we assure him say you better support to be a say the man on no subsidy biano. And more here biano. Oh here, you the be man now what to me subsidy sans ye nyina or minor security and ye ka ho asem. Na mama Dr. Akufudan Parenso ayiko be ma be ye bi. Wa me ye nyina and all the security chiefs are council, Controller General of Immigration, Lawyer Techi, and Director General of Prison Service, Minya Adri, and the Chief Officer Oko Dadano. Onyina so me mama ikudo mo ye de magana bia de wo mase. Minya no maya wo so aba befa wo prison service and fire services. So we have to support them. This is the first time media, to my knowledge, yenya ema about beheaded such security agencies, and we have to support them to make history for them to succeed. Not reforms to be a fire service, yet to me and rehearse some at all as until Udumase on the 5th of March. Explosive BC, yeah, Dana my man for Tonton, Dana my say, yeah, Ton Sabikusiani in tools, our stores, Jaco to Moon at Torrentum de buy. Fire service tender crana, one more day, a doom Janacran, a Jano explosion, it became say, it took a Josso fire tender to come there to help the situation. But there were a lot of challenges in the fire service system. One day, as I buy no allocate adequate resources, de mano. So why when you pepano. No amount of family and resources are owned to me for reforms. No, so also any area say the prisons reforms are a beboa say congestion and condition. We need to improve it. The key initiatives are Minister Wabafu Free, Honorable Muntaka Ade Benyano. We hope say the Director General be support So also na Controller General for about immigration so mabaso. But a coming kwa dia kana. I will say a drum pempensu be bet me ashemra ama security chiefs a fixed term security of tenure. No, said the ama office of special prosecutor fixed term abambia ban to yeshe wo ho no. Said the ama electoral commissioner fixed term abambia ba chief justice no said the no. We need similar legislation for chief of defense staff, for chief of army staff, naval, all the security heads, including IGP, Controller General of Immigration, and Director General of Prison Service, Narcotics Control, Fire Service. We need that for them because security matters are very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. And I'm happy say oh fire so we need such legislations. And no beboa ama ura police service mu ura soldier mu force bi a ura mu no right at the entry level no what they are two trimu say me MPP ni kra na se meto am MPP and am NDC ni na meto am NDC obia obabi oto na bafa but my professional ne de me keep me neutrality. Say aban na ewo so no enyama ban po a men som no sense o man na men som no na say the more by dint of hard work na me be the IGP me be chief fire officer me be chief of defense staff men kan hunu say enyo man panin no ote so no nko na men som no na emum eyo man mu nyina enye party na me join no and Amesom, because we don't serve MPP, we don't serve NDC. It is Ghana that we serve. Say UGC in ACPP correct offer Ghana by omwe. Yeah, fair parties are omwe. But yeah, kai one more do mon kwato what the man or mine. And no, and a beboa ama the tendencies of politicization, polarization, a big security services, man here dangerous, no. And no soon pobe to me ama or man penny for frobi bar. Or because me GDA, me I don't trust this person. Me we need my men pamon on kofa will be a me trust no. A bet twice so ama your security integrity no, the integrity of the security sector governance no, and the professionalism within our security agencies no. To me, akwana ni mu pa. Na say me ma wa sense out. The question be sumami. So me ba me fo afi de kasi so. Ne mi sa omampani Mahama say. Enti no bossa ode say wom say oba bete Women Development Bank. No watumi amu omo besia e de dwa omo bo se no. Say bank na ben na ba be chance because budget ni mo te 51.8 million. Na womo kura dodo na e wa sense out no. So okay say wo channel 5,000 crown ma man crown na just say enu abrodu nkwa crown na dru asenfosu omunko akra be che manasa enu nti no 51.8 million no Ghana ha nyina na wo de be Women's Bank ana say ebia NDC women organizers pe wo mamu ha no be frefre wo mo achiche no 5,000 ama wo mo because wo mo ankasa sabi wo mo nim bi crown wo mo nim say wo mo ate say so upese ubie bank e Ghana ha so normal commercial bank we have minimum 400 million cedis na a development bank they have over 800 million cedis enti no boss na o share wo no e we he akuafo nso se mimi so mampani Mahama se na boss a one ne so afo Kokrokoo ne atofo se no e de se wom e wo abato mre so se ye ne Kokrokoo bo na etu mu de call 31 million per bag that time no last year na eno Kokrokoo bottle baako etumi eto cement bottle mako du baako 11 bags of cement anso omo ani a omo be kan say swakra na nkomo na wa ban mu a enkom be bo ho am wo mo 60 million
na otwi da be na wa daje
oh bribi abe from bia
okay producer na be kasa na de wanya kwan
ma me de be pim ha na mo say 72,000 bag of Kokrokoo no omo hwe nim
7,200 Ghana cedis
7,200 but yen here your friend 72 million and 72 million
okay 72,000
72,000 there was road and you know 72 million 72 million no on from my na se sense ye hu se wo mo a amban terminate wo appointment no ye dey at the study to aban nanim e bo wo de kakra no se nurse for there no wo mo reverse and the teacher for there nso no me hu so wo reverse a wo ye validation but GR for there enterhe NC enterhe Exim Bank enterhe and the akabia MPR ni be bia ni IP be bia unlawfully insensitively one be yin kofo di bia nso no ye tie di omo nso ebeka na me sra on stra tie fo nyina
me da say Honorable Reverend John in team for your MP Ascend South and ote nenkano abusafo no per studio mu ha say mpanifo amene omo wa ha Professor Isaac Buedi or Dean Faculty of Accounting and Finance ewo University of Professional Studies Accra UPSA Clement Abeidu, Executive Director, Africa Center for Environment and Sustainability, Sense Africa, and Reverend Professor Joseph Osafu Edu, Director, Center for Aging Studies, University of Ghana, Legon. Penifue and Anope, mini or more air transit. Clement Marching
Nana, Mejoso.
Now, wait,
and the men come make us no.
Mejoso says, what's Jimmy Subu? Then Mejoso, they remember, what only Reverend, you remember, says, yeah, Clement, Abbey, but
Nana made up more watching. Nana, well, poor number to them.
Yamanadum, now as way.
Nana, my friends, can hear you. Well, poor number to them.
Yamiadum, me who ye, now,
Nana Muhu ye.
No, ye, once way.
Nana, Marsum, who you papa.
Prof. Isaac Buedi.
Ghana.
Papa Marching.
Which also.
Now, what to say?
Yeah, Yaminadum. I'm say, Anopena meeting say, when ya a year kakra.
Pacha.
Me more yako, so.
Medas.
Mr. Mentia, until time this one, ja. Yebana, yeah, pony so kakra. Date that be.
Patch 29th March.
29th March.
Memende now.
Oh, okay, that's right. So, Yebana, yabe boa kakra.
Medase pa prof. Medase. Anopesia da se ene wadaje. Na epono so anope. Enema egumi pono no so no. Bebre budget no ho asem wo hase. Afi kenofuriata se. Na no kwan a OSP fa so eko ni fie wa mfa kwan papa so. En na afi kwan osan fa so be kan se ono oye fugitive. Na nya ne kwan so no. Enti ono to asi OSP. Anope OSP ayi ni ho an se he. Masa janto ato anu na nhyehyɛ na wo ne ma yɛ sɛ obɛba no da na so obɛba no bra sɛ wa amma mɛsan twa fugitive no biom tie no so yɛ krata no pe OSP so ɛde apie LGBT ne ho nsɛm no na ɔsɔfo monyamfo John Timfodwo ɛka ho asɛm anɔpɛ menim baabi a wankasa wopɛsɛ wode ahoɔden no fa anɔpɛ megya amamoa mempanifo yi na baabi a pɛsɛ wo hyɛ aseɛ firi no wankasa wahyɛ aseɛ firi oba Clement mepɛsɛ mene wo firi aseɛ in the next 15 minutes issue said that me table no so menim deɛ wopɛsɛ wofa
anɔpɛ
ba Clement ansana wobɛhyɛ aseɛ no ma mensanfa happy birthday Emma Miami nua ene madamfo ene maadie nyina osofo Charles Owusu Reverend Charles Owusu ene eye Charles wawoda na Charles yeminua oye madamfo nti Reverend Charles Owusu ene eye wawoda yi Tim Kokrokoo enyina ye nua no yadamfo no yesi ema tinkwa ne awoda pasre nyankopon se onhyiraw na ontonsu pa engu wabrabɔ so na the papa bia odo nsa beka no enyi nhira ema Reverend Charles Owusu happy birthday free unuanum aye adwuma o Peace FM ha nyina yesi ema otinkwa ene awodapa Reverend Charles Owusu happy birthday Clement pa jaba mtio
nana oze kana pay me wabusiafo bi wo tema your friend SMS odu kusida na pana se mbrente mpanyimfo pa wogina group amadona wo zagra bohu da yes Ghana yewo human resources ntana pe mi cha SMS mpanyimfo wo teme na DJ na mi cha chicken obia Elvis na mpanyimfo wo SMS na mi cha obia Henry izinzi mobo atete ntene nya nkan wi na meze yisu me za fadom za kede aya won Ghana fo yen try yen bo hem boze na aya entintin hia pom sande apomizin ohia isora na pa exercise na tintin wapom kaka ankra ehun dem obaya binya hoze na so tumi za bo obra na me fa masem kakre sum fon tiodo efa kaswa zeko winiba imna im de kwano contract wo kwano da ori ejuma no na me de issue do ya contract ori na ejuma nkan wo environmental issues ho na mkwano da fiti kaswa zeko winiba onde huntu ankotin enti se yame ya wadom na wo ka no kita no esi entumen road na app na esi na ye ya na sheda onoze ba me minim huntu ni bi da ma ka bintan bodo winiba wo ka na so so de hu de wo shocks na mo ka hu ni na no asama ba ho ekọ bepe na chelo doctor shocks for friend de ekọ friend and workshop me is the contractor ejuma odo masre easy we fido na kakra wotum wa ye aboa akwentufo na driver fo a wonam kwano de mo be ya won so ho body ho kakra no onyamnyam da kwan zirutwa motibiara no benya disadvantage kakra there will be some negativities honestly or yazo ho nemum on try on one homebozin bebre na nhyehyɛ bi wotum za to ho huntuma I mean in particular na fi so kwanu mesma aya nan ye ne no cars demo be cars ho drivers ho boto ho no onhwe na onye bibi kakra ma hen demo be ya akwentufo na driver fu na no ho boto nti izi me kan men kan ma cars so na onye wile bankotin me just the sawum kwan so no so da ma na kwan ye no krom he na contractors esra ho aya na ma adwene ya kakra nana budget ho sansam na nsama am de za to him me just there ni na ya nsama no hu hia papa na emizemezin kan meze ma sam kakra maza fa hen budget no ho the 2025 budget no ho nana ozikan menanum MPP fo man mama yena on care today sebio sisia I wo krum he ye by start ye pinch abano another ebe me abano all because why can't another way put in some promises whenever budget mu another name manifesto into other chin ni nara oba them promises ni na or manifest another was do within the first budget abano yato Ghana photo Obama President John Dramani Mahama for 4 years. So some of the promises in your ha or sabode within the first 120 days no. Oboshe na modo in waye. No mo the rest of the promises ni nano ought to be implemented within the first year of the presidency. Now obino can say obandama no second and third year and fourth year so bazo butum waye. Inti we don't have to make it look as if that you pay you paint the government in the black market today. So when you be within the first term now today, always Ghana full humble. Of course, politics na you know make people war years. Motibiano obaka nsembia another over tried over can sembia to Ghana full trim. Mo market today abano promises was the man for no on zido another on two zido. But me just there as a party NPP for war asuzi kase for me no all they will focus on especially internally dem obaya ho ankasa wotu nwahye ho nzemeye na election defeat kakraka oto ho no wotu widen wa mohomodo na wotu wa be very strong opposition oza man hen Ghana for and not necessarily for themselves because ahon ye hian we need them as a strong opposition. Not just about a political party, another party away from now per day, what's about power, but opposition in itself, no, so that they can give constructive criticisms, constructive opinions are able to make shape government, no, mama or manry be another my government rebiano, wait to I had Ghana for Yanara. Sabio Tafreche, NDC for a to Abamohono, a to Abamohon to Ghana for Henpon. Inti say, Nyabiru Kodo, another as a government, no. We need them in power, all right. But you hear other voices, you hear opposition voices. Them robaya say abanu tanamobi no ya. You want to widen what's no one na government need to anamobi be able to ma abohen ma amembu no wakodo. Into Master Muni anu MP before. Master Hon Bebre. I think that they have more important issues to address within their own political party. And for the sake of good governance, for the sake of democracy, no. So one will put oneself together. Ye, what one now was a share ye na what but strongly as an oppositioner or what at this stage of our our democracy at this stage of this country. I mean, ya to about on cherry issues so than there all of us and we start to jump into criticizing the government, making it look as if they almost everything cannot be done or is not being done. Which is the way the man they are not helping themselves. Well, Sunday, you see, the Ghanaian now no that euphoria, that love, that understanding for NDC no are very high. Ghana for at this stage, are not so much interested in the criticisms against NDC as we speak. Ghana for so far no are not so particular about there. All of a sudden we start with pinchy another we can some the tia and this for another or draw was my NDC during the 2024 elections no means that the more don't know that to that level the me says the negativity is the best share home from opposition when we about Jehu Bebre until for me no a foot time as rema when you know MP before I'm feel about boy there one share na more the 1 year within themselves, no 1 year. Now, of course, if they even want to criticize the government, I mean, they can do it very constructively whilst they focus on the medium to long term objectives in the politicking of the country. But now moving straight also into the details of the budget, no, I think they largely say issue responses are what so far from the side of the youth, from the side of the populace, which is the vast majority of Ghanaians are quite excited about some policies or some measures abano or put in place. Another which is the if you ask the ordinary Ghanaian youth what going to betting, I don't know put off betting what's your investors. investors are also where you're betting kakra. I mean, if you look at the number of young people are now you're involved in this betting, another investors, I mean, investors now what I see. You can tell there were a lot of oh, Nana, and there, I today watchman and security. Impano, you know, a watchman was like I can watchman and
for the benefit of I know to them, investors near him.
Oh, investors in your one hour watch a bet to know. And I was this cash a bet to know what now what pay wins now. One of our investors, no, and for this through. I'm the national investor.
Why am I
investors or Chromo? Oh, me, all the million to catch up.
Oh, Debbie, Yamin Pengu.
And investors or Chromo, investors or Hoppa. Now,
mean you be that. Yes, look, just to help the discussion, for me, taxes on policies like this on, and yet time biana, a year for nefa kebi ohwa. Yeah, the shepunipa abrabone ade. Me personal position is a betting a chrem mabunu say jumaden fasoni so chrem mabunu say jumaden fasoni so say wa sori anopa asori anopa no ato de tena laptop echi no ahwe Portugal ene ho am na bebo no atransi atwusu we be wini we each team to score we so us near 2.5 0.5 anyway sir otedem sa no anu no I know what they do. Because I want to talk about it and they say me who are the crow.
Sir.
Na oshe them. Last back me colleague back had they chere me. Owini be 1.2 million or something. Osi say nipa we. On fast eska we ngodi wonje tax. Name kaya e could nenam KJT and aso go nam circle. No swane mo no ade na ho odin swane ma didi no. Obeti ticket amano. Teacher ni be share eyi afa form sa na npa bo ato ahwe wo kɔ krasi ba bia wo de obi akɔ a mpɛ so kɔ kyerɛ de boso me so kakra na oje no wate no but we are no benya sky inta no wo say yente no ho de me obi antimi convince me ma me
nana you see in principle one I mean kwesa me ti betting onyaza equally muso so do another me interested in it onyaza me pɛ me encourage I want to make this clear. But you see, let's enter from where this whole thing started and where it is now. Nana, NDC forward by power. What's where People's Manifesto? Be someone that People's Manifesto know what informed those promises. What call a man for? What call youth in ho? What call investors in ho? What call one ultra bet in ho? No, okay, so there. Ya pedi who how. And this. A how na you to know this a how na investors no or no now what can't train this for there damn taxi or how hen nana hold on
just to help the discussion until person say senko mo kwa na mabunu no to car say and say ko area na my na police phone hide do nti mo ba mo nchen because from the people nti yenja na sa
relax nana you see we are talking about the legality of the issues here. Is it legal? Good. Now you see, the point here is that this is a purely social issue. In the first place, here, time now MPP is them tax revenue. Now the government also tax revenue. Be someone that if these communications were made clear there, youth, we don't want to encourage you to go into this because morally, ethically, no, on your good. And see, the incidents another tax now is revenue. Yes, just to discourage you from venturing into this kind of activity because if you don't you see, it's about what you communicate into the mind of the person. But our tax the intention, the basic line, the amount tax the tax because I want to discourage your patronage or your consumption of the commodity. That was not that was not what was communicated. The government made the people understand that is that solve problems. Until then, we want to tax you so that we can get that money to pay the debt and do this and do that. Until the motive for the taxation in itself, was not to reduce the consumption or to reduce patronage of the product. I mean, if nothing at all, government can decide today, okay, I'm banning taxes. I'm banning betting absolutely. More beyond it better or illegal. Atasi. Inti we need to understand the dynamics in terms of what are the ethical issues, what are the moral issues. Was that the reason why I even brought in the tax in the first place? If not, then what are you trying to tell me as someone who is now patronizing it, investing in it, and then I'm expecting some revenue or some income at the end of it all? It's the same thing here. If you end this for the removal of this tax here, clearly the party is equally not thinking about. It's not thinking about there. We want the young boys or the young people not to be in it. They are just in there to tell you that, you know what, we are for you, we are there for you, therefore you tax them so that it to my was. But then comes in, if we really want to discourage them from going into these things, maybe a bet nazar alternative ben yeshamon as a country. You see, we need to look at our livelihood. We need to look at basic needs before we now go, we want to think about the other things. So if at the end of it all, in the interim, this is what I can do to survive. Nasa, if you look at the legality, if you look at the other aspect of it, Nasa, it's okay. Then now put the measures in place and make sure you shape the people in the sense a tax oversuit the interest or the benefit that you want from the people. And so for me, my point here is that the party engaged the young people, the party engaged the people. Yes, in the betting tax or a problem. Yes, COVID, and e-levy or a problem. Now the party says that yeti Amanfu is saying there, and Amanfu there, them taxes is on bohen. And the party has come out to say that okay, look at the way people were jubilating when these taxes were removed. I mean, where the removal of these taxes were removed in Parliament. People were happy, and I'm sure that a lot of Ghanaians were happy about this e-levy. Why? Because even at the time now, Orbano, irrespective of the fact that governments argue that even after several engagements with the people, I remember very well finance minister going to Tamale and all the places. No, you can still feel there, or you could still feel there. The people were not so happy about it. Okay, not to talk of the financial implications. Another, its implications on banking, the unbanked. Another, the financial inclusion implications. The fact that people were discouraged even putting their money on Momo account and all that. Let's put all those aside. No, you could tell the people were just not happy about it, and that is why it is not by accident today. A lot of commentaries came there also, or a nuisance tax, or this or that. Now, in taxation, when you say a tax is nuisance, it simply means that it is causing so much pain and inconvenience on people. But you see, you do not have to think so much about yourself, but not think about the people. You need to create a certain balance. For me, the most important thing is that politicians are more here there, obeying the support of the people. Politicians are no priority there. A man for now or governor, over penasem, now watch not to know too wide the more door. For me, whether we like it or yes, NDC as a party, John Mahama's government as such now is really appealing to the people because now at least the promises now Osimo Hono, he's delivering on them. And for me, as to whether MPP is okay, they are not okay, no, they should understand the politics NDC is playing here. No one they want to pull the people along, get their support, get their acceptance, and then they will use it to drive them. And if you're a politician, what else do you want, Nana? If you're a politician, you are looking at there a man for no so that even when the bad times comes out, because you are driving the people along, you know how to communicate the bad moments also to them, for them to still hold on to you and then move on with other policies that you want to implement. And so for me, with this budget that finance minister Osbo Tugwa, of course, we expect a lot more details. We expect a lot more breakdowns. And I think the finance minister was very strategic and smart to say that the various sector ministers will go back to parliament and give details. We have to follow those details. We need to understand each sector biano what is coming up. Because I'm sure Bohana was a tax service was maybe about finance. Now I can't tell you actually crave for, but what the question be, because look, whether we like it or yes, government knows that it needs money to run the economy.
Mate, mamenko unianam penifo aka no so na minti omso adwen na yebesan abasebre umunko ade a Clement Abeidu e na wote ne nka no mamenko Ghana nkokora ne mere wanyina headmaster ho na me ma na kwa aba na femi wi mako Professor Isaac Buadi eho Gografo number one headmaster. Prof. Prof Maji.
Major so. Na mpachompom.
Oh, Prof Mpacho nyame adom na nzo e.
Adoma matese olediwe no.
Mpacho.
The 29th March.
Mpacho ai.
Yo. Bombari abwana ya hedi bitumi so abwa.
Amen.
Me say center no dey se ba wan me say one of boss. Obo amodi abwa teacher center no enye yiye kese. Enti wenyame oshira na kwa me na mese kwa me na ya na boss abena me ye betene nka.
Enya wan wase juara oba na mente ha.
Okay. Me ntwene tawe.
Me se enya wan wase juara oba na mente.
Ase.
Na ngokra na mere no ma no madru.
Obia no na dru. Obia so ho ye. Omunya so chiam.
Ye da o mas.
Ndi e fa ekwen so na ya da obia so ase. Won a egusu a oso center na sene nyina e mo nkai se afibio nyame ya aduma July. Ye besan aye fundraising bi. Momre na mbeboaen. Ari ye nyina ne se ye pese obi already 60 years and beyond. Ye boa no na wo Ghana ha. Na fe ye tretre research mpense mu any social interventions mu. Na ye nyina ate ase se onyini nya nnome. Ena onyini nso akodo bia eno so nkyere se that is the end of your productive life. Sa adwene na ya nkrofo ka se o retard na wa retard onye no kore. Enti obia we 60 years and beyond mo ninje wa contribute to quota and you can even do more na mombeso center na asene na yemboa na Ghana se ne ye nyini ne ye che wo ha no e wo se e de megu akwam se ne some predictions actually say by 2050 no na number na double we could have about 6% of Ghana's population or 60 years and beyond na any nyina so just say nkrofo hwe ho yi ma wo nyini na say nyini no say ayi nyini a nidi wom growing and aging with dignity enti nyame nhire obi a oguso obo center na won so pese ebo ano ye to safra won se womra na obeboy na
yo
medase
yo mamenko unia Professor Isaac with Prof ene ma gume pronso budget ho asem wo ha kan oforiata OSP eno so wo ho ena afei anopei yene Dr. George Don Fesu din komo ma o kan say kua djuma eti woda bia ye hwe nyame anim se nsuo beto ansa na yetinya ye kua no eno ne ye hawahase ene na wiye osofo ntim fojo so aka bibia fa LGBTQI+ ho Prof Pacho mamintiu simadu no edi anim wo dia
yeah kadna
Prof
I'm say yes o title no watch your whole
me no me
elected ye akwachire fa the next ever na you knew the next position ho
there be Africa na there na obeko poop
oh okay
poop no so there wa hwa
kana me nda mo adwuma yase em say Friday umbeboaen e di djuma kese bi o UPS ye ne ekobi abaye think tank Institute of Economic Research and Public Policy ye post-budget dialogue or UPSA na I'm say na any kase bebre ho na I'm say nya don fe bekasa ya I'm say ene aba fidie so bebre ye ka ho asem ti ye dam asem boy bebre na in some of that to ha na I'm say those so fine magina kase ahodna kasa ba budget no so no maintain some kitu bi fi ho na ye fa nko budget no na ye kan bi se LGBT honsem me den ka be anka ye nka ho asem pokra because idea me say o fie na se adwana ma meta no de be no na utadi adwana probia untandi bi o chiwade ahade me say goman CDD report abeto about 93% for CM pa he den kasa di ho as yes so kra any say so kwan be so in fact adia me den say yura mampani ene yura mamu ba mi ankan kawa be my penny some years ago nyina no I be say religion any background sadi on so kra enti e pese ye bia fa ho tentam ya I say eni ti asadi me san ka say adia na hadwa na edimu hadwi bebre ene say ye budget law no no say financial part bi fan account say do bi koto afiase a abana na also san hwe ne ka ho into say corner san cost chem kakra ye ni nyina wie dia we just say mra aso say ye ban na aban ye hye na opai sa bill yemra yura IGP in some so I'm say obi ka say yura mampani otwa mu atame o se di ofi asem nka ye de nka ne yesi police station ho na IGP in some de nka bi so police for ye IGP corner say ye busa ye de nka bi at school mu ya ba ha bi so de na also kakakra ehasa on my team no IGP yes onko na police for anka some no ho no ebose eni age hey asemo am say hu bebre maintain penny dia some that I say you be IGP be from 1966 all the way to this year but no more number of IGPs are back over the period near running through ni nyina no e change government aba na oko anasa oko retirement anasa you removed because non-performance sanyoma na masa yi IGPs for ho na say ba ko ho na oko na police service ni etini say on social media and say o mani age e chenyoma bibre e bia na ho no ade bi on person mo ye o ma kwan mo mo nye e na bia okoi yebenya ye anasa ne ho no o show so bibre o do habrem sabi antifi ho om no nti ho na mo yen ka se ne ade ama ne sesei na wa ba no ne asi no ono so be bi kakra ho because one hwa da also be kono ye bo sesa after chrome atwumomume enti ya menya be si ho a na yemra budget ne so say ye di unkobo bebre na budget na kwakoye se ade a ode kire obi ye sikans ho hyehyeye se afi kwawie no sika se na menya sa sika we a se na meye ama sika na menya me da tutu dwama nkrofo ho ahenhaom na obo ne tofa eye enhye se aban bia no be parliament ho na omomusi anan mu no ode akokyerom sanso represent yen na se aban no agitum wie a na wadi ho nkomo na ameka tai ye training bebre mancrofo ka se yenya approve budget na ayi na ye can estimate enya budget nti yenya approve ya ye ntimi nka se budget no estimate eno de ko se sikan menya se na menya se a mediba ko ye adekodi we na o e fa nyina montofa o se yo se ye cheche sa di ma na edin jodi form tanti asemwe ase ye kra na ya sebi yakọ kakra no se one to bo asangen kan ya ne ngrofo kan na obeka bi enti de bia na me stress se yes ade ho hye ya na ye fa budget kakra no fanshim ne man nkrofo nkofom ye nkeka man nkrofo nti ase yi ye ti ase yi a will be part of the government activities ye nti ase yi a de bia na be kan se ne ye kan na men ka bibi kakra fa ne ye de to dwai na ofa budget na ya chumbe se enai enum na bibi obeka fa man introduction kakra ho wi a no da kofa na esi ewiase nyina for that year no twamfo ni kakra da chiro owi a no asan be twamfo ni aban no twam no ne oyeye ne hihya opage o man kokodu ye no twamfo ni kakra da chiro owi a no asan be ka chiro se meye A meye B meye C na fe owi a we ma bibi a ne conclusion kakra na ne toja this year kana men kase ube kase bisa say rhetoric and as a reality ekoso sen na ade a me hye ne so e wo budget no say obo bibi on revenue obo bi on expenditure na ofa ne tofa anase ne bobia ni nyina about the budget na baby ameka say ye kire adisrefo yi sabe ye mo bi negative ana ye mo bi zero to be ade a enye kra na baby wo ho a oye ni yie ti o born aba no aka bi kakra na de ho say na oye no sabe why ni yie kakra enko ye so ane de ho nti en fa kakra mi hu ye on social interventions and policies kakra the far social protections on inequalities kakra bi obe allocations therefore bibi say health sector bibi say education sector where allocation kakra bi e dey akọ ho amfa nse be ma nkrofo ho so atotom e wo sa kwan no na yansan tinsim ne nhwe the entire budget itself maka we awie no you heard the other side of the budget obesha I say budgety the 2025 budget yo Mr. say meka it lacks planning
2025
yeah
it lacks planning
yeah budget nankasa no planning o say budget financial planning no and the one planning the year we should year so na o come here who say economic situation your crisis mo obekai you in a bar national dialogue and before dialogue no you bisa na ho the 24-hour economy o me tia say yura ato forcing babekasa in the budgeter or the side in the betuja maybe you have figures in so now your parameters and initiatives enti obeka budget no na obia ro chimu say the 24-hour economy no ye be mano ye fran ntoma ye ni yie ama ya tiase ne allocations a akomu no ye de abam ya tiase na ye ba so economic dialogue ye the boy nyina ato forcing say doctor say em say ye read budget na ye be hu bi ho ye read budget no kwari ni em say ye hu sa ade na ewom ye bisa budget no ye say ye yenkrata ye de call mrashebojom the policy na ya ko discuss ye wie ansa na ye de ba ma ye so ye hu bi senate na yura em say ye kasa in the sona mrampani o say economy your crisis mu na me de me feel say o ma bia wo crisis mu na odibibi ba e che say adekodi obaba na e ba be yi o man no how are you wom e de fear so about the 24-hour economy I say can me nim team our support
Manchester United and Kokrokoo
oh sir
support Kokrokoo and Manchester United
oh well my team ni bi
they here no
ni amansan nyina ape no
they here
Chelsea no
oh they be Chelsea they frefre kobo
oh, okay
Chelsea
sorry
because this is my case and you say more no coach Chelsea na Ghana for mpe
oh say
frefre kobo
o team yi say mo bobo na mo bre na nyoma enkoyia
bre mum de ye bre
aha na nyoma enkoyia then na coach oye owo reserve bi owo chire enyoma mu ye dia no apeja no no naba no obesisa game no
ana obetumi vary tactics no kra obo
tactics no kakra it is a yura man penitimi kase economic crisis ni ewum pacho me boa what here into economic crisis mu dia ene ade bi obaba in your budget no I will say who that game changer 24-hour economy it was a game changer enti yan hu bibia o budget mu kwa dia I will say who game changer no ewum menu so TV about game changer
just how chema the game changer no
24-hour economy
okay
menim na ubisa de bia ye say owo ye sese no owo dem e bone pada enche de ne beba game no so kwa na ye koyanim enche be pon in the banner na ye bone pada ye hye ne coat ye dware no ene obeba ocho beba meanwhile ye leader amia hu say your economic crisis mo yemra bibi about the big push ya di hunko mo bebre the big push about 10 billion
USD
and I'll say a bekosa project funding sources no if you never
budget no mama 13.7 million Ghana cedis
if you fund never
let's kana e bejeje na bia
yeah ayana I was say all kind budget now pursue analysis offer initiatives one in the budget no offer target no afa how be implement sa target no ti ye hu sa na ma analysis I dey bebre. There's something of Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Yes, this is kebi fisa honaba no. E wo say ebe boa e man puntu ekoso. Ye be cut sa budget no off. Sa funds I was call into that fund and ye cutting off. Now me mo bibi kakra wa ya. So o share the 2025 and the 2024 budget. The top 5 in terms of allocations. Year for 2024. Abane allocate in education about 29.51 billion a call. Offer health, you allocate 15 billion. Offer interior, you allocate 8.38. Then over roads, 4.5. Over defense, 3.8. South top 5, 2025 fee. Education or increase budget no. They call 31 billion plus. Offer bibi to say health. Na a 15 billion 2024. You about 2025 no. Allocation they call on S17 or increase no. Oba bibi to say interior or they call 10.7 or increase no. When you there's no budget for road allocation. The top 5. The top 5. 2025 education, health, interior, we would say defense, and the office of the government machinery. 4.12. Roadway. APA better later on. Kadna. Say abai say opese oye bibi about development. Tienfa budget nyina nsisi ani. Then okafa fiscal consolidation. Or say one area, the priority, the key area, the focus of this administration. Yaka niye no, and yaka the other one and full senka ye ni ye beboy. Fiscal consolidation. Sabro for me say I didn't crofonya bebre. Na I can't say fiscal consolidation. Say aban no she say obey deliberate policy. Obey more revenue acostro. Now what cut it some of the expenditures are boy. Now we are one manage the debt year. And they find the physical consolidation. Abana di opese oye ohono no. Opese or reduce the ministers and appointees. Ebona baso. I will say from 80. It's also they call can also they call 60. Ministry from 30 or so. Or they are called to 23. Yo. Thank you. Asempa.
Ede.
Just say you expect to say ankasa sika na e ho no. Eso ebete. Na abafom kakra. Na ohwe bibi ti say also person cut wasteful expenditures. Wasteful. Na measure no wasteful expenditures. Ebi ti say obey eliminate Ghana Care, You Start, One District, One Factory programs. Obey ni nyina fi ho. We are also person implementing spending-led physical adjustment to reduce borrowing. Now we lower inflation. Very good. Now, what for target? Target of person yen say or person achieve physical deficit of 3.1 of GDP. Say both figures are na yen bebre no. Ensure that no anti asena na bebre na ensure that enti we na si bebre. But then you boy home body at me aspirine am microphone so yet for so ati bebre. Obi so person yes adi we ya or kate ni expenditure. No way increasing the revenue into about Tampa Care, Ghana Care, You Start, all those women nyinaa ɔbɛtwa ne nyinaa mu de afi hɔ ɛyɛ good na aban wei ɛreba no ɛmi sɛ wobɛkae a yɛgyaa no ɛmi sɛ the old administration ɛma no 60 billion ɛna ɔsan de bill bi aba parliament ɛyɛ saa budget yi or requested for about 200 and something, about 61 or so billion from this to be approved. All the size can you now count over the year? It's about 300 and something, 350 billion plus. Now, your more size can when you know we are. Mean your own growth target 4.0.
Okay, I guess a 4.3.
Ah well, if I say 4.
0. Okay. All right.
What be sika you more 200 and something. What the 60 billion in ya the can and you tell us you grow the economy 4%. Kadna near all corner last year not growth ne kosi saying 5.7.
5.7, yeah.
Good. And to say yentimi ente enkosro kra na second the 5.7 as a target starting ankaye pa benishishe mo no opeso ye 4% over the period with an increase of if I say approval pay to spend almost about 200 and something billion. The old administration at the 250 million a billion and a diajuma, and it was able to grow the economy by 5.7. The other 10% is so percent mobilize the revenue. Yanshe yenyanuma etua tax any omuntia tax. Yamien who say about 2.4 or so Ghanaians and them say what 10 almost our 5.6 any 10 numbers. I just say Emma revenue no enti ma send you say bano enti a policy be obey be ma nkrofo about tax bracket no ama revenue you can't ignore. What can you do as a bank? Say revenue mobilization are open no a bit ma cost. Which way? They were DVLO. They were the National Health Authority. He say yaba amenya one area betimi ya jisika diafi. Adentim yen connect sanyuma nyina ma omo a better abamu bi than introducing new different tax. Ni na hajin kakra kadna ewo emi say your policies are your womb. Omai ni ehia ye kese pa ye common enemy. Ye maimu. Poverty and unemployment. Poverty, unemployment. It's a poverty. Ghana and Kwame say about 27% or so. What it means is that about 8.2 million and also added to be over rural areas cry almost about 47% and also to be him. Oba bibi to say unemployment, youth unemployment, it's almost about 12%. Underemployment, and also a was rubebre. A quite bain na a buying the policy or the buy a bit me abua. Amasa can't die see and our problems too you bit my resolve it. But who be sa budgeting? So one budgeted for this year, meaning when you ever budgeted for Sadi. Now Adiana hajin kakra na me go through the budget. Yes, a growth and sustainability levy. Kadna abans obesatum or they from 1 or they call 3. na saa growth and sustainability levy ɛmi sɛ ɛyɛ foto a yɛn nuanom a ɔmo wɔ mining sectors no the big companies no ɔmo ba ɔmo tua na ɔma ɔman no yɛtumi akɔ anim sɛbi yɛn nsuo ne yɛn fidie yɛn nua anopa yi ɔka environment ho asɛm ɛha yɛ ɔman ɛtete yɛn nti sɛ bi a sɛ toɔ no a ɔde ba no ɛyɛ because or sɛ baabi a nsase na asɛsɛ no ɛtumi reclaim those lands a fair enough one chin budget no mu a yɛnhu ne saa sɛ nɛte saa de yɛntumi anya kwan ankyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ saa increment ɛde ba yi ɛyɛ revenue portion yɛpɛ ɛde asɔ yɛsika a yɛde bɔ akɔnma ho anaasɛ yɛde ma nkurɔfoɔ a yɛsɛ nsuo ne yɛn nsase no ɛnya bi kakra ho from 1 to 3 kana ne kyerɛ no sɛ saa toɔ yi yɛgye tom na ɛkɔ n'anim a ɛyɛ revenue bɛba bɛyɛ nkan sɛ yi nyɔno ɔde sika kɛseɛ bɛhyɛ ɔman mu no ɔmo kita sika kɛseɛ paa nti ɔba wo man mu na sɛ saa toɔ kɛseɛ wɔ hɔ a ɔhwɛ other countries na ɔde sika no akɔhyɛ mu ɔma project bi a wɔ country nti yɛkan on the program sɛ rather counterproductive sɛ woyɛ saa deɛ a ɛma other foreign investors a ɔmo bɛba sika bɛhyɛ ɔman mu no it will be difficult to have them in your country meanwhile wopɛ sɛ woboro wopɛ sɛ ɔman revenue to me cost the other part also hyɛ ne nso aban sɛ ɔnkɔ amanɔne ɛnkɔgye sika bi ɛmi sɛ woteɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ebi ɛho nya kɔnɔ amanɔne dwa so nti ɔbɛba na ɔbɛgye sika wɔ kuro yɛ mu na yɛtumi de ayɛ ndwuma ɛmi sɛ anka ne kwan aso no ɛsiane sɛ mbɛgye sika wɔ man mu na mede yɛ adwuma a mekotua bosomi a mekotua yɛ maame nankasa na matua ne ba no so aka ho metua ne ba no so a mentua no sɛ Ghana cedi na mekotua with other currency a yɛnya bi mpo ɛwɔ man mu enti nneɛma ne sɛ mebɛgye bi wɔ saa wɔ man mu deɛ a anka ne ɛyɛ because mekotua ne other currency metua ne cedis enti ɔbɛba in our local markets na ɔbɛgye sika no bi abɛbɔ adwuma kana sɛ woyɛ saa adeɛ a ɛsan so wani sɔde ohun sɛ wɔ no sɛ wopɛ sɛ ɔman pagya through the private sector led growth wopɛ sɛ nka private businesses ankorankora adwuma no wohyɛ mu kɛna na ɛtumi kɔ n'anim na wopɛ sɛ wohyɛ mu kɛna a wosan na san kɔtie gyina ɛwɔ bank korɔ anaaso ɛwɔ korɔ san ka sɛ meno san kɔgye sika ama yɛsan de ɛyɛ adwuma bio na kadna aban ne wo ɛne adwuma yɛkɔ market sɛ yɛkɔpɛ sika hwana ne ho yɛ akɔnɔ yɛde bɛma no yɛde bɛma aban wɔn nso pɛ sɛ saa aborɔfoɔ no a ɔmo wɔ saa nnwuma yi ɔmpagya ɔman na ɛtumi ɛkɔ n'anim through the public sector led growth wobɛn dɛ na wɔtumi ayɛ nti saa policy ɛfa baako na bɛtia baako ɛfa baako na bɛtia baako ɛba saa ɛma ɔgye saa hyehyɛ ɛwɔ saa planning mu tuma difficult to take it tikadna I'm say kakra metimi aka on this na I'm say babaka you betimi aka ho adan komo e wo say ho bebre
mate meda say Professor Isaac Bodi na yete ne nka no or Dean Faculty of Accounting and Finance or University of Professional Studies Accra. Reverend Professor Joseph Osafwedu Director Center for Aging Studies University of Ghana. Prof, and never go me pronounce mami hwebe bia opese wode wode fa.
Okay. Nana me da se pa the edika no ayana me ka say ba some of the issues non politics ne we ayana me pese me fa bebre. But some of them are very important to mention. Na budget yi me finance expert na that aspect bi ono ma ehun hia me pa eno nana the online game
okay
betting tax ene ehun dede ahodo aba mama fi as free baby I remember last year and meti say the opposition then can say, oh, I'm about womete sa taxes. In fact, so we share Africa and another 4 countries are online gaming betting. Online gaming now is just a way of sanitizing what is happening. Online gaming, but you can hear Ghana chacha ni bia gambling. Now go through various evolutions until we say no baby who they are kusipa sports betting. In fact, so we share various games ahodwa yeah na we say na casinos obeko and on there you have to appear and go there and play, just as we find in the West and any other countries. Ghana have say about 7 or her majority or and a few kumase. Now the ama online gaming number pass seriously na the mobile penetration in Africa. Ghana has one of the highest. Don't forget to say Nana, say you can't about young people, youth. We are saying now Africa has the highest. Now I'm happy say minia can about the poverty index and the number of young people are 1 year juma Ghana numbers near, and one of them Ghana there as early as 1960 no one of the countries you regularize this gaming near the as at 60s near your well structured regulations are all. And to say in Africa you have only 4 countries now. Ghana do you no your gaming we need structured power. Yes, mrao. In fact, South Africa has the biggest market for this online game, followed by Nigeria and then Kenya and Ghana. Although Ghana is the 14th populous country in Africa, no, it also 4. It also 4 in terms of chacha. You trapper. You trapper na the whole head we are one this president just say in Africa very well. And I understand why it's growing in Africa, because a lot of African youth in Yejumai. And what do any base in fact Kenya that may hear rate and down tax was around 7.5 or so. As at now it's about 12%. And so and grow for enjoy which are still. Now I never acquire better when they say I had say yes I'm with the discussion is nana. Politicians no am only uncle the mental health component of the whole thing. The and so na say Ghana had a chacha this itwa loto. And to say abefo mfidia ba na the first one I the same thing. But the problem online gaming is nana the addictions. The possibility say abrantie no empa adwuma enyo na momo no opese obefa kwatikwami so aye quick no we make sika na emwa abrantie emwa maya na wadwene se na usihye wadwene na watenka fa na emwa ema wo hu wi ase ne say it's just about just organizing a few things by chance. But na woni say obra ye ebu enye chance o intentionality wo si wadwene pise me yes me free ha me yes me free ha me yes me free ha me yes and the better there maybe tax also obi asan ma be ma for the amount also so bit Ghana no ye adwuma na ye ten tax e bi esika onya nyina 300 cedis ye ten tax na obi se only on ye adwuma na mo okotwa cha no nya 3000 me ye ten tax. What did you ideas be a banner say, Rantan be say, now buy him Waben or Bomia, Mikutra, Tata, Chacha, or argument tax. But the same argument could also be made for Ubiswa or Ryan a Juma, Abai and Waben Abayena. Social intervention about the Amano. Baby, or how Becono. Your various financial facilities are young people to me access and their Juma entrepreneurship. Ebinia. Tonoso, Efa, a come from so, no Yanisika. No, I end the better tax. It's the same argument. And the no craning I think say baby is anka your argument about online gaming, maybe not just about the fact that illegal. Instead of making Ghana has a structured way of doing this as early as 1960s, no? But the mental health impact. Now, in this space, no, one idea, brain, Joe. I could be also going to school from me say, "Sike say on fan called 20 school fees and on fan ton one or they are called cha. Oh, in the secondary school, no, Obinia catch and say, oh, cha, Obinia, we try 2, we try 3, we try 4. They say, no, or ya be hooked, or ya be addicted. Now, or ya, or be addicted, that you say, baby, I don't know, and I think, say, I buy no man and alcohol. Now, say, or can't about. Say so tax me a year for me no kwani ade here na mo ne hwe say ye mrante na aba say hwa ne ade a wo ye na egufie o sa ade egufie e na wo be addicted a ontumi nya ento be ya adwuma ebi ya no hisika so na o se sika no ekutwa chacha ebi ya na obi ni sika bia abma no na o de kutwa o de koto sa betin say o menye bie fe ho. It's a cancer we must cure. It's a social cancer. And the discussion number from last saying, no, but I better so. It was a former Samoa, Mommy and ni enco the other side of this whole thing. Say, ye mano, ye addicted to subembia a bit to ye bromo. And they say, ye nyabri be a ma ona ya. Na yeah can say oh yeah inferior yeah so I think we should be talking about how do we reduce this. Some time ago Uganda desperately, if you say omo free and crofua omeboa behavior modifiers to come and help them, because one man abawura dey mu a hadwene pa is say omo twa GHS for nyina twa bi na maka to say Ghana is the 4th and when he say ye ni ebeko sa area na yaye ho adwuma enti me hear kora about tax na also say the adwuma de unyes kana utia ho tax na utia ho tax but ye say ibeyi every say ma emfa no a certain illusion wonhunu obra yie na ade ba ko bi pra won say adwuma den ebe free encourage na say many obi na ye motivation speaker ishai and I need to come on or about smart working. And America say smart working. Now a choir I been more edified so a church smart working. It's as if say energy must not even be expended. And proper energy, proper thinking must not be expended. If you say you can smartly. But you can smart working. I don't just say oh for kwetikwemi so. Oh for abefo infidie ne kwamfro so a legal. Ama why adwuma ombre bebre and also nkyere say brebe ni nkyere say your energies will not be needed, your thinking faculty will not be here no, but baby ekono ya na yam friend say you can smart working na and no say o faculty can be so a enye legal na odi enye content na oja e dia ye adwuma kra no abresa adwenwen sa no. Thinking is not evil. Say what nas na wadwene say nefa kwan so afa kwan so kwampa so edi enye sika no enye bone na mum no se ofa adwene foforo bi a emfa mbra kwan so a ena ye bone enti moma ye hunu se ye ma no sa kwan no so a wo fa wo twa a lot of better eno ye nka ho asem no na eno so ya de a adwene na if you say enka ho asem na ye ma e wo GHS class 6 up GHS SHS wo twane den second school na serious crowd den ebema a bit distracting our attention from studying enti mama ye ni so enko ho ana me ye no free wa say me ne yika LGBT de eno men kan wasem bio me say aka wasem aka meti minua enti fojo honorable say na o chechira say o ha say omo san ekobio Nance and Sasanki do sabren. I was a bit disappointed. Say Jato ha, but it's okay. Yes, I'm picking a view. Na into a number. Na, Eana, if you are saying, Wanga, etete anabi on ma oh enye yenko hedian other countries but ana refi say for example US why econo your other states kwame nana omoma sad no kwan and there are European countries are omoma sad no kwan intino eyade a say oman no ese hindu ho a hindu ho yebri swede wache say ohanchi medu okron ne akiri say yenye krado intino say on pese mo pekene apa nana ebebo wo abaso nana there was something mean so me hu ya na hema adwen kakra am pese eno ne ena me hu video bi se ese yi yewura ekufu dampare yekono na ebi jubilate ebi kura hutu at him I don't think say adepa we have to discourage it na wonga etia ban so na wonga ombre aba every seasons are very important in life every bi wo ha na obi so be na ba esese obayi bribi na se obi briba nsese ode ne bre no espite we foforo eya depa na se we be som oman no na ne bre so no okwa sari atibia no wai bi de me hu no I was surprised say oh na me ka say yakoye nim obi som oman no okọ na yasesa no na for me normal na bi me ka chaman for say ye ni ebre enkaso ebre ye ni nkaso kora enti no say obi ebe tena baabi no oye di oye na ne bre so no okwa normal natural change is in the universe nse sign we wiase enti wotena so kora acha na ho kora ye enti ebre so ne ese san obi a normal na mumu no reactions die echi no ena ekere se bia na ebi mu wa adwene foforo bia na nipa nani enti mesre won ye esa no enya depa because the obetena so yi on tena so da na ejma pa ura na ye no yemma na baso for me na for the first time me catch obi say me hu a certain level of professionality bia na ayira every Ghana policeman na opanyina ya de pa say odisa professionality na ba na mumu no edme bi eni ho a obeya na nso ne ho ebi ba bi chiai ebi ba ankoyi enti baby ankoyi ni nti na sesan ba obi nso ebeye ni atoaso no ya ni etanka say government is in continue amanyo any governance say a shene man ya tuni no eno so sanity police no enye political governance ya de share in security na ya hwani yi enti they are by various you can say IGP saba wonga ye adwuma obi an de otumi ye obi antumi ayen siase every say Ghana still exist ni anima na yeko enti no so why any de na ne braso ne ekwa what is this whole thing about hooting and Independence Day and so free maybe police for one they colonize your man when Independence Day mommy enjoy sad you know na you say you show mind democratically and to say nana da achi bi bia na ma be president of Ghana na me si o meni nana ya betumi ayedwuma
nyame nhira so
nana brana be we o be ye wodi na breso na me so me breso na ye kono bi ba wenso bone be na ye
pacha o kwa ya from Kokrokoo ni jama
eti mumi enjoy sa ade no na enye fe na obi a be son oman no no okwa ye mo na ba so baby anko yi no ye na di se anko yi na nipa na oba no ono so mpk from there baby make say nana so obi ko na waye de ye no a eno de ye bona ba so wi ade ye no nipa na oba no he should start from where he saw the problem baby challenge no e ho na obi fi ase free na wa address ye no na oba konso nti ne ye kwanim na obi ma embeyi obi ehim meka say e na wan yehu mum ye nya saade no mprempren ye wo man panyi a oteso ono nso be ye de na nado etumi ye baby odi si ye no opeke free ho ono kwa ofoforo nso beba enti mehunu saade ya hwen yi a eye free political parties no e de akọ other structures state institutions and we shouldn't do that say a yema politicians say or my penibia banner, we should never do that for other way. And I'm tell you, orienting for your kind. Say other state institutions be what? Now I say any permanent. And anybody appointed now or shahwa ne breswa na oko by age, by statutory way. Now mo say a baby aba. I'm sure say and I'm happy say yeah constitution amendment. And mo akra just say no one say obi ba may you ready my fire way my kiki way na no so ye den and no so e den ye nchechire man sa so obi ebo brapa na obu oye ne pa be bo man nchechire no why do we kick the person out makana hada say nana nation building intentional accidental ye so re aga say achechire man intentionality must be part of our vision. Ye free A ni yako B, ye free B ni yako C. Na mo bi mase ye do A na media me penisa, ye do B me penisa me de yako A. Ye nya sa de yo no. Na man ko eni man ye ko no. Say aye adwene say ye be a democratic governance any ye dia. Obi ba baby a me do ye no. Ma ye nyina na me nya right, me ye bofo. Sanity. Obia ma oye before that. Read about various nations or more say American one. America, why see what is happening there? And to be in 100% da sanity. Na mumu baby ya of fumu yeno. Na ya kwekwen kakra sum. Ni any ye. Ni a chap partner to say. Ofufuro ba sana ye pese oyeno. Sana ye bumai. Na obi mama henka ye kan ya na we de we eno wan ya de ye de be yo na ye wa bu say ye de enti ye wura na on take over as ye wura you know very nice person, cool gentleman, ye nyina ye support no. Na I think you should take also a lesson from the economy. Na ohun say ya na nkrofo ta esa pa ye be the bootleg sa baba ko anim no mo say yi wa ma me embu o minisa so bi so man ya said ye ti biara ye mona baso baby ye chia no so yenka na the urban yenka nche ne say e ha chia so 9 ye nana me maru besi ha
me so me da se papa so anya ho adaja no pay e bretia me hana esese me demo esie anopay Mamena Prof. Isaac Buedi, Dean, Faculty of Accounting and Finance, University of Professional Studies, Accra, UPSA. Menanase. Clement Abedu, Executive Director, African Center for Environment and Sustainability, Sense Africa. And Reverend Professor Joseph Osafo, Director, Center for Aging Studies, University of Ghana, Legon, Menda, Onososo Asia. Dr. Father Dixon, Kennedy Asante, say, so for Kuja Asante, Stephen Bar for Peter Square. Isaac Opoko, Pretty Joy, Dominic Nyanyuvo, and Nana Pepra, Omena Shisha, and Abidi Hochame, Mammy be a macafon, and I could and on the flip side, I no pay a friend and I castle with me a friend the Cardinal. Metremu Emma Ghana's Morning Voice, Chairman General, Kwame Safakain, na Nyame Eya Domoa, Ebesabe Twasum so Ochna, me sorry, Kofi Kumbers the Royal Baby, and Motna, Akopim say, Premo Ebeto. Once again, me and Reverend Charles Usu and Ewa happy birthday. And I feel Christabel Enso, level 300 student that wore Accra College of Education and Ewa Joshua Ite and Onamfun CMO Trinkwa and Stella Efia Yankoji Akuno also so and Ewa Benedicta Amoasoma happy birthday and I feel Enima Adudu Afro Equipem lady also so. And now you are from DL or CMO. Happy birthday. Nyame eya adomo ochna ebeto asum so Kofi Kumbesen ene motra ko bim se premo ebeto. Me de rade asumdwe eja ubia makramo.